Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy and a pleasure to be out here this morning, out in nature, and listen to the chirping of the birds, and also breathing in this Golas prana here right now. And you know, Ron Smart would always say that, breathing in this Golas prana. You know, it's good to be alive and to be bringing value to humanity. And this message I bring to you is a message of self-realization, where I'm teaching you to look inwardly to discover your true identity, to be your divinity. That's the reason why I want to speak to you concerning grace versus works, or works versus grace, whichever way you want to put it. But I want to show you the difference between works and grace, which in other words, I want to show you the difference between religion and self-realization. So religion is based on works, but self-realization is based on grace. And we will take grace and works and put it right into the Garden of Eden. And the Garden of Eden is your mind. And I'm saying to you, when you eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, believing that some people are good and some people are bad, you're using a measurement, and when you use that kind of measurement, you're gonna fall under grace, which means you will end up with a religious mentality. You will end up with a mentality whereby you believe that you are qualified for heaven or hell, and believe that heaven and hell are some geographical place that exists outside of yourself. Therefore, you will become self-righteous. And when you become self-righteous, you would believe that that which you were taught from a little child, that it is the truth, and anyone who speak anything other than that, you will go against them. Therefore, you will not be able to have genuine love from within, because you will find yourself always gossiping and criticizing others, because you're working against the laws of the universe and against yourself, and trying to be something that you are not. So religion, which is based on works, have us in a mentality of hypocrisy, whereby you're trying to be something that you're not. You're trying to gain something that you can never gain by works. You're trying to be good by the things you do, instead of understanding to be pure is to discover something, or to realize something. So to be pure and to have a pure heart is actually a discovery, and not something you try to attain. Okay? So now on the other side, self-realization is you coming to understanding who you are. And when you come to understand who you are, you will come to understand more what it means to have unconditional love, what it means to have no judgment towards others, what it means not to have condemnation towards others. You will come to realize that the rich man, the poor man, the beggar man, the thief is all different states of mind, but yet it is one mind, but different arrangement of the same mind. So a man can rearrange his mind. So the thief is at a certain state of consciousness, and the creative and productive man is also at another state of consciousness, or another level of consciousness. So there are infinite states of consciousness, and each and every one of us can fall into different states based on our mentality, or based on the things that we dwell upon all the time. So all of the wise men, they would have disagreed on many different things, but there's one thing that they are in unanimous decision on, and it is that we become what we think about. So my brothers and my sisters, as long as we align ourselves and having positive thoughts towards ourselves and others, then we are operating in that place of grace. We are operating in that place of having the right understanding of life and having the right understanding of the universe and how the universe works and how the laws of the universe works and how the laws of the universe shapes our life also when we align ourselves in the right frequency and vibration, because everything is energy. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, the Bible tells you in Romans 12 that you must not be conformed, but you must be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because the world and the system of the world want you to think in a competitive way, want you to think in terms of works, want you to strive each and every day to measure yourself based on what society has put out there for you to measure yourself by. Instead of going with your gut feeling, instead of following your intuition, instead of following your heart, instead of not being afraid to be different, instead of not being afraid to stand by your own conviction and speak things how you see it, and using logic and reasoning and your will and your imagination, and all these things are your mental faculties that you born with. So when you learn grace and you learn true love and understand that true love is self-love, and that is what grace is all about, then you will understand why it is said that the greatest commandment is to love yourself, which is to love God with all your heart and all your mind, and to love your neighbor as yourself, because to love God is to love yourself. So the self of man is God. So when you love yourself, you'll be able to love others also, because you will realize that everyone is your own self being pushed out, because you will realize that everything takes place from within, and that the universe is mental, and that you have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind and a superconscious mind. And that superconscious mind is like the ether, and we all connected to that great and infinite mind. That's the reason why we're supposed to always see the good in each and every person. And that is based on grace. And such grace is based on you coming to true self-realization. But when you come to measure yourself based on morality, that is works, and that comes under religion. And religion will always keep you in confusion. It will always keep you in contradiction. But self-realization teaches you how to appreciate everyone, how to embrace everyone, how to understand life, how to go about life, how to watch your thoughts each and every day, how to monitor your thoughts, how to be responsible for your thoughts, and how to come to realize that it is your thoughts that is creating your reality, and that you can create your reality consciously. So my brothers and my sisters, it is time to get rid of the religious mentality, which is based on works that would produce nothing but hypocrisy. But when you focus on self-realization, because you want to discover your true identification, when you come to that discovery, you will discover true love. You discover the real agape love, the real God love. And you will be able to appreciate everyone in spite of who they are. Because the most of all, you know exactly who you are. And you know for sure that God and man are one. And you and God are one. And God's love is unconditional love. Therefore, your love for yourself and your love for the rest of humanity would be unconditional love. And that is true grace. And it is not measured by any works. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, this message of self-realization that I'm bringing to you is true grace. It is the true gospel, which is the good spell. Okay? So, if what I'm saying, if it resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe. If you haven't shared, I'm encouraging you to share, to like, to comment, and to remember that this message I bring to you, it is the single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says, if your eye be single, that your whole body will be full of light. That's the reason why I always give you the symbol of the single eye, and letting you know that when you have the experience, that you will come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life, and that the sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun there is no life and there is no light, and without the human imagination there isn't anything made that was made. Therefore, my brother and my sisters, I'm encouraging you to use your mind power, which is your solar power, to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I want to encourage you also to follow me on Instagram at BlackMadGuru, and to check out my website, BlackMadGuru.com. It is still in construction. I'm still putting up items for you. So just be patient with me also, but I will encourage you to check it out. So with all of that being said, I want to say peace, love you all. I'm out.